Hey guys, this is Marine Kush doing a Marine Medivac timing push tutorial video. I just saw this post on Team Liquid by vVvRuff. It's a 16 Marine 2 Medivac timing push. Let's jump right into this game here. This is a replay of my own. This is me, Kush, here, Blue Terran, top right. My opponent is going to be M&M IT Marine. He's the red Protoss, and you can see that we are in cross positions on Typhon Peaks. Let me just get the production tab up here. Alright, so basically the way this build works is you rush towards Medivacs, Stim, Combat Shield, and +1 attack for bio, and basically do a timing push right when about the first Colossus would pop out. It's about 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes. And based on what you see, if he isn't going Colossus or whatnot, you can expand behind it, but pretty much it's going to do some damage. It'd be pretty hard not to do damage. I've used it a couple times and I haven't really lost with it yet, but you do need to make sure that you know the deviations and what you see. It's also like a cheese stopper because it's really good against Void Ray, and the build plans for an eBay and Missile Turret, so you're safe against DT as well. And 4-gate, there will be a bunker up for that, and you need to kind of scout for the 4-gate. So I sent out my SCV scouting after he made this depot. I'm just going to turn it on to my vision, so yeah. And we'll leave the production tab up, that's fine. So it's a 12 racks, 13 refinery. And you're going to make your one Marine and then a TechLab along with your Orbital command. So it's pretty standard, very normal looking opening. If the Protoss scouts you, if he comes in your base, he's not going to know exactly what build you are going for. A lot of people like to go for Reaper. Some people it's a Marauder Marine push, like a 5 Marine 1 Marauder push. So I'm going to come in here and just do a little bit of scouting. I see 1 gateway, 2 pylons. Going to be looking for that 3rd pylon hopefully. Just going to spot that 1 gas. Yeah, and he's mined about 100 gas, just enough for that getting out. Not a lot, to be honest. He can't really be going for any tech right now. He's just going to be well, it's kind of early to say anyway, so just going to be scouting around. Okay, so back at the base, as soon as you get that tech lab, you want to get Stim. Keep producing as many Marines as possible. You want to get a 2nd racks immediately after you can afford Stim. Try to produce constant Marines and SCVs. If your macro's not spot on, you might have to cut an SCV, you might have to cut a Marine, but by the time the Medivacs are ready, you should have 16 Marines. So I did scout him getting a gas a little early. It's not that early, it's pretty standard to be honest. So, 2-gate robo, it could have been a 3-gate expand. Hard to say at this point, but the good thing about this build is that it's quite safe, and with 1 scan, or you could float your factory even. It's up to you. Okay, so we got that 2nd refinery, and then you're going to throw down that reactor as soon as possible. We want 3 Marine production ASAP. And as soon as you get that 100 gas, you're welcome to throw down the factory. Mine will be going down right... Well, it's going down soon, I can assure you that. So he's got a stalker poking out here. There goes my factory. A little late. I think I was concerned about the minerals as far as depots and the bunker was concerned, because the eBay is going to be coming up soon as well. Okay, so just to review, it's racks, Marine, TechLab, Stim, racks, refinery, reactor, and then factory. I will post the build order along with this video so you can see it. Again, it's courtesy of vVvRuff. He says he created this build, I think. I actually don't recall. Some people were saying that someone else might have created it. But like I said, I'm not taking credit for this build. I just wanted to show a replay with commentary so you can get an idea of what you are doing and what you should be thinking. Make sure you always have vision of your base. Could use a bit more vision here. Okay, so the eBay's down at about 31 supply. So you're going to want to start that +1 weapons as soon as you can. You see the gas is building up a little bit. It's probably because I got my factory a bit late. Starport and reactor on the factory as soon as possible. Just remember, the idea is to pump out 2 Medivacs at the exact same time. So if we take a look at the unit counting station, I've got 11 Marines so far, and he's only got 2 stalkers. So he's definitely teching, getting more probes. Warp gate should be done anytime for him now, so... yeah, it looks like it's already finished. Remember, you gotta get that Missile Turret. I like to complete my wall with it so that the Void Ray can't charge up on either of these structures. And it'll also be safe, of course, against DTs because you have a full wall off. Okay, so the starport's swapping onto the reactor. I always kind of keep an eye on this, make sure I have 200 gas, 200 mils to make those Medivacs right away. And did you see that? The supply depot perfectly timed. Keep an eye on that supply because you do not want to delay these Medivacs from coming out. And you'll see I did start combat shields as well. Okay, so right here I saw the observer. I knew he's going Robotech, so I assumed 3-gate Robo, 2-gate Robo, 3-gate Robo with Expand. It's one of those builds. So I do have a few SCVs here hotkeyed just in case I need to pull for the bunker repair, but I'm going to be floating my factory out just to try to see if he's got any proxy pylons, if he's containing me. Okay, so I don't see anything out here. I suppose it's a bit risky, but I'm going to be sending every one of my units out into these Medivacs, and I'm going to be rallying new units into the bunker. If I saw some poking here, I might send one Medivac back. So I don't have the watchtower, so you need to take the long way around with the Medivacs. I will be throwing a scan down at the natural to decide if it's going to be a safe drop or not, and what kind of unit composition and how many probes he has, because I can kind of tell if we drop here and he has a ton of units down here, we know we can stay a bit longer. If we scan here and we see just a couple units here, we know he's waiting back in the base. Because remember, he did scout that observer, he knows what we're doing, but he can also expect the drops. So again, you want to use that scan. And constantly, I started producing one Medivac, one Viking. If he is going Colossus, it's nice to have a single Viking, because you'll see what happens. Okay, so I spot the Robo here. I'm going to drop and pick off this Robo Bay. I did scan here. I saw a couple units. So this Robo Bay is going to go going down very quickly. Try and get this pylon as well and pick up or just cancel lift off. Okay, so I see one Colossus, an Immortal, and a handful of Stalkers, and I think there's a Sentry and a Zealot. I'm not, maybe 2 Zealots or 2 Sentries, can't tell. Okay, so now my plan is to... okay, so he's expanded, and he has one Colossus. So now's the time to finish this game because I haven't expanded. I'm going to be pulling all my units here. I'm even going to be bringing a couple SCVs if I need to build a few bunkers. I'd switch into more Marauder and Viking, and if you can see he's going for Templar Archives. I think that's a mistake. I think basically what he was thinking is that, okay, my Bay got sniped, I'm going to switch into Mass Gate, adding 2 Gateways and Templar Archives, but you'll see that because I opted to just push here, you know, he's caught off guard and he doesn't maybe expect to push. So I see, you know, these many units, I'm going to be able to handle this. This is not that significant. My money's been building up because I thought I had built a command center. It turned out something happened. I wasn't able to command. So just make sure you stim in and try and spread out these Marines as much as possible. Make sure these Medivacs are all healing. You kind of just stim a move. It's really not that difficult. It's all about just judging that unit composition to see what he has. And now, my units are a bit red, so I decided instead of push up and fighting more Zealots or maybe another Colossus popping out, I'm just going to pick off the Nexus, get as many probes as I can. He sends out 3 Zealots, not that useful. Pretty much the game is in my hand. My minerals are so high. I wanted to throw down a command center, but I was unable. Still producing Marines, Medivacs, but you know, at this point you kind of assume, okay, the game is won. I have a lot of units. I have Medivacs. I have Vikings. So my macro did slip a bit. I'm getting +1 infantry. Let's say now, when I sniped this Robo Bay, that I got a lot more damage done. Potentially, you could just pull back and expand, but I didn't get that much damage done, and I hadn't expanded yet. So, you know, I think it's time to just go for it and bring a couple SCVs. You might want to make a bunker here. I've made a turret so that he can't see if I'm down here in a minute, because as you see, I'm going to clean this up. If we look at his vision, well, he knows there's probably a Missle Turret going up, but now, you know, he has no idea what I'm doing down here. So my plan was, well, he's pretty scared, so I'm going to re-rally, load up. I sent all these SCVs back. I was in control now. The macro is terrible right now, but still, the game is pretty much over. The basis of the tutorial has already been explained. I'm just going to do a drop in his main, and he's not going to have enough units to deal with it, because he's got all this tech. I mean, he's got Storm, but he has no gas to produce the Templars for that. He's trying to get upgrades as well. I mean, this is a big mistake, guys. If you're getting a lot of pressure put on you, do not get upgrades. The game is not going to last that long. Either you're going to hold it in counterattack, or you're going to get killed. And this is a waste of 100 gas and 100 minerals that he could be spending on sentries, Immortals, whatnot, and instead he's got to send all his probes. I land the Vikings and just kill everything, and that's going to be GG. Well, in fact, it's not GG. I'm not too sure why he didn't GG. I mean, I thought I played a good game. I guess he didn't feel the same way about himself. So, there you go. That's the 16 Marine, 2 Medivac drop. I'm sure your macro can be a little bit better than mine, but basically it was just a build order tutorial, and take what you can from it. And in the post and in the comments, I should be including the build order, and any comments that you guys would like to add or questions, I can try and help you out with that. So that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget my site, MarineKush.com, @MarineKush on Twitter, and my stream is justin.tv/MarineKush. That was a great tutorial. Thanks for watching.